Yeah.
We're doing it live. We're doing it live. We are doing it live.
Doing it live. That is a fact.
What's the deal, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with today's weekly show. Xbox Beast Fire. We didn't do it yesterday. Yesterday was a holiday. Colt was out.
We all had shit to do.
Colt was out there motherfucking deer hunting with a slingshot. But we're here today. We should have a great show. Have a few topics. What's been up with you guys? I haven't spoken to you guys in about a week or so. What's the deal with you guys?
Injustice
to you
too.
like yesterday, bro. What are you talking about?
I
Motherfucker.
spoken to Colt. I haven't spoken to D.
Yeah, you're right. Colt went to some dildo convention he was telling us about. But me, I've been playing Dead Space 3, man. Backwards compatible. That game still looks great. The co-op is awesome. I've been playing it all day. We've been having a blast on that game.
Yeah.
What's that? Dead Space 3?
Yeah.
Dead Space 3 co-op. Great. Some of the best co-op there is.
All right. Well,
what have you been up to besides getting in street fights and dog fighting and shit?
Me?
Yeah.
You know, man, I've been out there dating grannies, making it do the nibbling the devil in the devil's angels.
They've been making you that fish stick dinner?
Bro, I hate to get you nowhere. Whooping all day ass in Injustice. You know,
oh, man. Hey.
Yeah,
oh, my God.
Z's pretty garbage, bro. Hey, for everybody listening, bro, he only won twice out of like 20.
Hey, bro, you gonna tell the truth and shame the devil, or what? What you gonna do, bro?
Bro, we can run it.
Hey, we do have to give him. We have to give him some props all day. I ain't never seen a motherfucker crouch in the corner and shoot arrows that much over and over.
Hey, yo, what's up, man? I hate to get you nowhere.
He's like, you beat me, but I still won though.
Yeah. I beat the dog shit out of you. You know when you beat somebody ass, they want to get the
You're cheating all day. You're cheating.
Nah. You just listen. You know when you open somebody ass, they want to get the same character you got. Yeah.
No, I showed him I can feel better, and I beat him with his own
I got the footage.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I got the footage too.
And look, and he was cheating. He was fighting with his armor and shit on. I ain't even had no armor.
Oh, here we go.
You had a level 2 atrocity. So I don't think there was much there.
I don't have anything. I ain't have nothing.
Hey, let's find out what D's been playing besides the fucking window screen.
VR.
I've been playing Mass Effect Andromeda, and I've been playing Forza Horizon, the Hot Wheels expansion pack, and what else have I been playing?
I heard you been doing screensavers.
NBA 2K17. I've been playing that too, and then I just upgraded my service. They came around my neighborhood last week, and they offered like I don't know. I couldn't believe the deal, but it was legit. So now I have no friend. Yeah, I'm like that guy.
Walked up to your door. All right, sir, we have 300 megs a second. Through our new Jehovah's Witness broadband.
So,
what speed did you upgrade to?
So they offered me the gigabyte network, man. So I have 8 gigabyte now per second. It's fucking crazy, man. It's so fast.
Well, they're fucking you hard for that speed.
Right? That's
per second, bro?
That's the thing. Crazy. They locked me in for 2 years, and they said after 2 years I can renegotiate the same deal, or maybe I'll get a better deal. I'm paying $100, and I'm getting my home phone, and I'm getting my cable service in 2 rooms, and I get a free PVR box. So
let me ask you a question. Now, this is the type of shit that we have going on in Nigeria.
$70.
Who the fuck has a home phone in 2017?
Nobody does. But it came with the bundle, so I was like, okay, whatever, fuck it. I'm not going to use it. It's not even plugged into it. But that's neither here nor there. It's $100 for a gigabyte internet service. That's $7
American money, Nigerian money. What peso?
In American dollars, that'd be $70 for the cable.
1 gigabyte
service. Yeah.
That shit, it sounds kind of shady.
You better call them Jehovah's Witnesses back and see what other deals.
This is the major company that we have out here. So this is the number one company that's offering this. So
what's it called?
Rogers. It's the 1 gigabyte, gigabyte service. Yeah,
Rogers is a pretty cool fucking guy.
Who else? Kenny Rogers.
all right. What topics have we got today, guys? We're fucking getting way off topic.
Shall we?
I got it.
Okay.
I'll take care of it. Actually, Z came up with a pretty good list. The first
Didn't I?
chunk of his list was really good because I said I think it's a slow news week, but he had some good stuff. So I want to start talking about Beam. Beam was changed to Mixer.
Oh, okay.
Okay, no big deal, right?
No, it's a big deal.
But who's been using Beam or Mixer to?
I have.
And how?
Yeah, how is it?
Well, to be honest, as far as clarity, it's crystal clear. Latency crystal clear. And a lot of people are flipping out about the name and don't know why they went from Pro to Beam. The problem with that is that they couldn't market Pro globally. I'm sorry, Beam globally. There are a lot of, if you just put in Beam, you had a bunch of other stuff that popped up, and they couldn't market, like I said, Beam globally. And as far as Mixer, they can, you know. What they added to it, you can do podcasts straight from it. When you're streaming, like you can add 4 people to. I'm sorry, you can invite 4 people to the stream. So when people looking at your live stream, they can see the view from 4 different players. Like, it's awesome, you know, what they're doing. And I think it's going to be streaming to in 4K. Like, they're really showing out with the Missouri servers, with the whole Mixer thing. The only downside, like I said, actually I won't even say that it's a downside because they don't have a bigger community than Beam or big as Twitch. I'm sorry. But you can get at the ground level and, you know, and grow your audience. Like me, I've got over 1,000 followers in 3 weeks.
Whoa.
And about almost 16,000 views.
And
you know
so,
what I mean?
and so Microsoft is going to broadcast the E3 conference at 4K through
4K.
Mixer. It's
Yeah,
really
awesome.
cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, I applied for a license over there, so I'm going to start streaming some stuff over there because you can use it on all platforms, which is good. But I want to ask you guys, is there any other service that streams 4K? Like live streams 4K gaming or anything like that?
Not that I know of, no.
I don't think so. No.
So this is a first. So once again, Microsoft is leading in software. This is awesome. 4K streaming of E3. Come on.
Yeah, and it's a free thing. And yeah, it's going to be a big deal because remember we talked about last month that they said Microsoft needs to show somehow how these games look better. And here they are. They're going to send Sony fans into a movie theater to watch the conference. Meanwhile, Xbox or Microsoft fans can see the presentation in 4K. That'll be a big deal.
And it looks awesome from your phone. When your handheld
device. It'll definitely help the quality and clarity that you can expect from pretty much every game that's going to be announced at 4K, most likely. You know, it's going to help, but you're still not going to be able to see how great those games look over the internet. No matter what they say it's coming to you at, it's not going to look like as good as the game. We all know that, but at least they're taking a step in the right direction, right? Like YouTube's 4K streaming, that looks like the equivalent of some other services 1080p streaming. Like, it's not the best, most uncompressed, highest bit rate you can get.
But it doesn't look like crap. That's
it's definitely looks like a 1080p Blu-ray to me, 4K on YouTube. So I don't know. It's definitely good they're going that way. The co-op streaming is really cool. Let's say Z, since he's fucking Willem Dafoe on Mixer right now, he's got 1,000 followers. Let's say all day he's like, I want to stream, and then Z says, okay, well, we can do a co-op stream. That way people can see from your perspective. Let's say we're playing State of Decay 2. You can see from your perspective, maybe you're fighting the zombies off the perimeter, and Z is collecting resources, watching you both play at the same time on the same screen, and they'll have the option to follow all day right there.
Yeah, I think that's perfect for cross-promotion for different people.
That was pretty sick.
You know what it's perfect for, guys? It's perfect for Z when he's playing Gears of War 4, and he's like sitting. He's sitting
perfect for robots
with the Lancer, and he's like, shoot that guy, shoot him, guys! I gotta tell everybody I'm great against.
He's botting his asshole off.
Yeah, that's what I know. Hating would get you nowhere. Hating causes cancer.
Optimus Prime joined our podcast.
Oh my
His
God.
mic just got cancer. Shit.
Hey, crap.
Holy shit! How can my crap be? I mean,
Your mic has
fix it.
AIDS.
It sounds like Crap's kind of talk through a fork.
He has his mic next to his asshole.
Hey, crap. Did you see that I told those Sony
I told him to get the
gamers
fuck out.
if they want to use
He hopped out. He's back in.
I jumped out. I was telling these PS4 gamers.
Can you guys
they
hear me now?
You're good, bro.
Yep.
You're good now.
How you doing,
So-
Megatron?
Yo, I'm doing good. I was just making fun of Z and his Gears of War 4 skills.
Oh yeah. I heard he was on. He was on one of those baby hammocks on someone's chest.
Wait,
right?
do I smell a challenge? Do I smell a challenge?
Well, hold on, dude.
Do I
Here's the
smell a
thing.
challenge?
Z gets backpacked around. Like, they carry him around in a little backpack. Like, you know what I mean?
Hey, they carry Z around like a fucking funeral, like a coffin.
Hey, all day. Listen, I've taken your life many times. Many times.
Yeah.
You know I'm a big fan of black on black crime, bro. You know I'm a big fan.
It's all right, bro. You scooping
crime.
up. You know what you are? You're the Gears of
War.
War janitor. That's what you are.
Yeah,
You just clean up other people's skills.
He sweeps up the room.
Clean shit up.
I got him, show. I got him.
Oh shit.
Oh no, it's good. You know what? We streamed. I streamed Friday the 13th on Friday and yesterday. Yeah, and that game was. It's fun because like you can stream with like the co-stream and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the different perspectives. I thought that was pretty cool. Like when I died, I would hop on the computer and check out the different people.
What a cheater!
Yeah. Well, no, I mean no. After I was dead, you know what I mean. And then I would come back and look and check it out, and you could see like 3 different people, like that what was going on. And I think that's really cool. It's head and shoulders above anything else on the market right now. Unfortunately, like every other Microsoft thing, there's already an article. Yeah, there's already an article about how this guy, what's his name, from VentureBeat says he's never going to use that multi-stream stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, he's a coward.
It's like, who gives a shit? Like that's his preference, right? Like, it's not everyone's going to use it. Like, what an idiot.
I like that you get shared views too. You join the stream, you get the shared views as well. So
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. P, you should do one with your cousin, bro.
I should. His. I don't know. He hasn't really been doing too much with his gaming channel. I think he's out filming some stuff, but I might go see him in the summer and get something popping on his gaming channel for sure.
Yeah.
The only downside I could say the only downside to Beam right now, or I'm sorry, Mixer, is that what Twitch is doing is that they're letting everyone, whether how big or small your channel, monetize their content like YouTube. You know, able to put ads. So, you know, and like I said, it is a bigger audience or community up there at Twitch. That's the only downside. And to me, like I said, for Microsoft to truly compete globally with Twitch, which Amazon owns, you never know, maybe they may be up to maybe bring some 4K stuff. You know, Amazon's a very big company to compete with Microsoft. And also, too, another thing, Microsoft, they're kind of strict. You know, they need to cool out with the police and shit, let motherfuckers just have fun, you know, but, you know, they need to bring monetization to everyday channels, like with ads and stuff.
You could still use either or. That's the cool thing. If you're on Xbox, you can choose to stream on Twitch or Mixer.
Well, I'm just saying, if they wanted to truly compete with Twitch globally, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know, so, you know, like, I'll give you an example. I streamed yesterday, and just I had fun doing it for like maybe 6 hours, 5 hours straight. You know what I mean? Just having fun playing, you know, Injustice, whatever the goddamn case may be. I did that on Twitch. I, you know, made maybe 13 cents. But here, you know, you understand what I'm saying. But, you know,
that's the problem with Microsoft, Z. They always got to reinvent the fucking wheel. It's like, well, we need water. Water's great, and they sell water. Mm-hmm. What can we make to compete with water that's water?
900p water.
Come out with a fucking product to compete with water.
Like water.
It's like they always got to climb up a hill. Like, I get why they're doing Mixer. They're advertising on it. They're going to try to turn it into just a revenue stream that builds over time, just like YouTube for Google. They let people do what they want to do. The ad sense come to YouTube and Google as well, and that's what they're looking for here. But their platform.
I'll give you an example, right?
Twitch is huge.
I'll give you an example as far as with Mixer. Now, when I'm streaming, it gets kind of crowded sometimes. I open my party up to everyone. You know, as long as you don't come with no weirdo shit, we all can have fun. So I never checked my email. So I got an email from being at Microsoft, and it was a warning. I said, "Damn, warning!" So I open, I read the shit. Yeah, it was a warning for racial slurs or something. So I responded back. You know, you guys know me. I don't do the racial shit. I responded back immediately. So I was like, I said some racial and slurs, or what are you talking about? No, they hit me right back, and he said, no, Zaire. So I also knew who the fuck I was. No, Zaire, it wasn't you. It was just so many people you had in your party, and they were saying not nigga, but they were saying, you know, the N-word. I said, N-I-G-G-A. Yeah, you know, that's how, you know, people, they talk. And they say, well, we know, But you know, it just makes some people maybe something a little uncomfortable. I said, y'all bugging, bro. No. You know, we keep doing what you're doing. You're good. We see your community is growing. You're thriving. I said, but yeah, that's the way people talk is a slang. You know, like I don't do the racial stuff. You know what I mean? So
it was people in your party.
Yeah, you know, people. You know, like yeah.
In your party was being broadcasted.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like,
I thought it was people in the chat. I was like,
no.
People in the chat.
I only ran into that one time. You know, one time somebody came and talking crazy. Other than that, and then that was about it.
Yeah, it's like
the world is flat.
Yeah, the flat.
There are people that believe that.
Oh, yeah,
I know nobody believes that. It's people that just want attention that say that.
There's religions out there that they believe the shit.
No, crap,
not even kidding.
Real. That's not real. I've been going through that for about 4 years with this guy in Jerusalem. Every night we was playing Gears, he hopping in with them, preaching something the world is flat. Not only do they think the world is flat, but there's a glass dome on top of it. It's flat.
Oh my God! They've been watching the Simpsons movie too much.
Yeah.
I've never even heard this before.
They're the same people that think Xbox can't do 4K.
Oh, okay, that explains.
Fucking idiots. Yeah, okay. What's the next subject, bro?
The next subject is lawbreakers, marketing rights, and lawbreakers to PS4. They're kind of coincide there. I was watching this Far Cry 5 reveal, and I'm like, oh, so Xbox and PC don't exist, huh? I couldn't believe it.
They didn't mention it at all.
Banner. Yeah.
So what's the? I was in a dot bit of coma last. What's going on with lawbreakers? Who the hell is making lawbreakers?
Cliffy B.
Cliffy B has a team in the north. I think in the middle of the country somewhere, and they made the decision to release on PS4 and PC first. Because they need to get the game out, and those are the biggest platforms out. So, of course, it'll release there first. He said, of course, it might still come to Xbox. So, it's come to Xbox. It's just going to be like Abzu, for instance, came out on these other two platforms. Devs use that revenue to work on the Xbox One version or whatever. It's not coming to Xbox right now.
I heard Cliffy went to Phil, and then Phil was like, "You want how much?" And basically kind of shot it down, and Sony was like, "Sure, we'll pay for it." You know what I mean? Like, I think Cliffy wanted a lot more money than what Phil wanted to pay.
He's like, "I want $18." Phil feels like, "What?"
It feels like we were only willing to put out.
Like, we'll give you 19.
Hey, Phil spit out his coffee like, what?
Yeah,
I can buy 3 empanadas for that.
$18.
Hey,
what the hell?
Hey, crap! Not for anything. No, I'm just joking. But
are you Xbox now? Not for anything, yo.
Hey, have you guys heard about the team that did Burnout, the Burnout series? I guess
they're doing a game that's not coming to Xbox.
Yeah, they're coming to Xbox.
I did a video about that a while ago. Yeah, that kind of sucks because they were doing that was a really good series, and the game mode that they're doing was one right from Burnout. It's like a spiritual successor, and so it's just going to be like a cheap game. But I thought it would have been cool. I think it was like $20 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, they're like, we could probably port it, but it'd be a really bad port job. Even though they're doing it for PS4 and PC, it's like, how hard would it be to port from the PC to Xbox One?
Yeah, but
they
really,
basically just admitted that they don't have any dev skills, is what they did. We suck at development, so we can't really do it that good.
He said he doesn't have a big enough team to develop on Xbox as well, so they're just going to go
do it after.
Bigger install base. Yeah.
So it's that hard to put a green sticker on it. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Sony's doing an excellent job right now of trying to bury the existence of the Xbox One with these marketing deals. Like they're doing a really good job, and it's a good business strategy to kind of hide Xbox's presence in the market by having these marketing deals, showing everything at E3, and just being a huge seller throughout the world.
Well, Colt, there are those that think that we just want marketing deals for month exclusive DLC and just to see a commercial. When in reality, this whole marketing thing is about, as I've said on Xbox Nation, perception. You got to let people know you've now, for the first time in 4 years, have the best platform to play all of the games on. And you need commercials to say that if they feel like fucking making commercials that aren't Danny McBride saying shit that has nothing to do with Game Pass.
or Mixer commercials. I've seen more Mixer commercials in the last 2 days than Xbox commercials in the last 6 months. Right?
Exactly, and they all suck.
Yeah, the marketing's horrible over there. They need to, revamp it.
That I heard it through rumors or whatever that PlayStation has they outsourced it, their marketing team that used to work with 360.
That's not a rumor. That's 100% fact.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, the marketing team that was doing 360 is now doing marketing for PlayStation 4.
No, so that's why Crap.
That explains it.
That's why Crap has been saying that they're doing the same thing that they're doing the same thing that 360 was doing.
That are just watching commercials because they are doing the same thing.
Wait, hold up.
It is working.
Who was greenlighted that shit there? I didn't even. What the hell? Are you serious?
Yeah. Sony's spending a shit ton of money on marketing and stuff like that. But again, they have to because they want to try to how do you beat Shaq? You boxed him out. That's what you did. That's it's hack a Microsoft.
Put his ass on the foul line.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what they're doing. They're like, hey, let's go up there. They're trying to go up there and do a layup or a dunk. Let's go ahead and get all hands on deck. You know what I mean? And so that's what they're trying to do with Microsoft. The problem with that is the content creators are now king. Us. Yeah. I mean, not big-headed us. I'm just saying people like us. Obviously the Boogies of the world and those people, the really big people. But those are the ones that are going to be streaming this stuff 4K. It's all built into the box. So you're not going to need hundreds of dollars for Elgatos and all this nonsense. You can stream
but hang on, Crap. Hang on. I got something important here because, I mean, how is 4K 60 frames per second game recording and streaming even possible when they're still just using a piece of shit PS4 Pro CPU?
In fact, they don't even call it a Jaguar CPU on the specs
I know,
list.
but we can't read them the specs list or the facts, even though it is using Jag cores, it's highly custom, blah blah blah. They don't care. Here's the thing they need to consider though: PS4 can only stream 1080p 60 frames per second. That is all on the CPU side primarily. If Scorpio CPU was just as dog shit as Pros, it would not be doing 4x that at 4K 60 frames per second game capture and game streaming.
While you're playing that. It's ridiculous.
Common sense for you. CPU might be a little bit better, guys. So that's a good point, Crap. People are going to be streaming everything.
Yeah, let me just say this real quick. How many people, even with EA Access, so they lost the FIFA rights, but still, people are going to be able to play that early on EA Access and stream it and stuff like that. Same thing with Battlefront 2. And again, we heard because the Xbox boss in China, once again, which was something that we kind of leaked way, way before, and I've heard 5 different people now say Battlefront 2 is going to be 4K, 60 FPS on Scorpio. So that is going to be the showcase piece. So it sucks that Destiny 2 was the one that kind of got announced, and now that's going to be 30, which, whatever the fuck reason. But Battlefront 2 is going to look way better and be 60 FPS, and people are going to be blown away by that, and we're going to get to play and show it first on the Scorpio. I think that's going to be something that people are really going to enjoy. Not only that, but people are down on Microsoft's E3. There's going to be some surprises there, and for me, the biggest thing is the mic drop moment when you come out and you say $399 Scorpio. I mean, that would be the biggest megaton in the history of gaming, in my opinion.
$799.
We're insane fanboys, though, Crap. That's what you gotta understand. We're insane fanboys. So $399 will never happen. Just like 4K isn't possible in anything but a top tier card, right?
Oh my gosh!
We're just liars.
I did that PC, that Scorpio killing PC video last week. And I've had so many comments from people saying, come on, we all know the Scorpio is going to be at least $750. I hear that over and over. I'm like, what world are you living in?
Idiots,
because these guys are used to going to Best Buy or Micro Center or wherever they go to buy PC parts, and they're buying them, retail price and bringing home one piece at a time after they get their allowance from mowing the lawn, and they're building their PC, and they're like, there's no way Scorpio's going to be under $800.
It's kind of crazy because they're all the type that think they're smart as fuck, right? And we get in trouble by these idiots on Twitter for being armchair devs, but 6 months, a year ago, when I'm sitting there saying to people, you do not need shit like a 1070 or above to do 4K, even 4K 60, and they're saying you're an idiot. You can't do it with an RX 480, etc. Well, then Digital Foundry tests shit on a GTX 970, which on that game I'm crushing what they're doing with the 480, and they're able to do 4K. Then now you guys believe it? Like, you guys are that stupid. So if Digital Foundry are saying, we're just rabid fanboys. It's crazy.
What don't they understand about it being custom hardware, though? The hardware is custom. They have a dedicated DX12 chip in there that handles the draw calls, which heavily lifts the burden off of the CPU, which allows us to have these things. It's a custom built box. They did a lot of analysis on it, on the engines that are running on their system, on the on the Xbox One, and they eliminated all the bottlenecks. It's going to be a perfect system, and $399 is a killer price. And all they need to do is let the customer know that this system is going to have the highest fidelity graphics on any console, period.
Hey, John Carmack said Xbox Scorpio is double the power. No, I'm just kidding. But he did say a few years ago that he did say that on paper that a console is going to have double the performance of a PC.
Oh my God, man. You know how many of these idiot guys, these idiot PC gamers that only game on PC, right? How do you know they're idiots? Well, they're calling John Carmack a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Well,
John Carmack, the guy who made Tech 4 and all this shit.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
He's a complete fucking idiot. And just because the statement's 2 years old doesn't mean it's irrelevant. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of, and to D's point, yes, they did go over all that. D, you're 100% right. 50% off the CPU under DX12. All this stuff confirmed. But, normally they take Digital Foundry as gospel with PC and PS4, PS4 Pro.
Yes, they did.
No,
Xbox, they ignore it and they spin it.
Well, did you guys see it?
What right out of Richard's mouth.
What can PS4 Pro learn, or what can PC learn from PS4 Pro? I shit you not. Like, that's a thing.
Yeah, I saw that.
Don't do anything PS4 Pro's doing. That's what it should learn.
Come on, seriously?
Yeah. What can PC learn from PS4 Pro?
Damn.
Yeah, I just
don't be shitty.
Yeah, I'm at a loss for words. Honestly, like when you see stuff like that, I totally don't know what the hell's going on anymore with that. But if you watch, they did a GT6 versus GT Sport comparison. It was horrible. Like GT Sport,
that's all that guy does is damage control, and it's
I couldn't believe it. He's like, oh, but look at the lighting and the reflection.
Did you see those trees?
Like,
Jesus Christ!
It did not. He goes in short in the beginning. He goes, in short, is it a generation leap? Yes. I was like, what the fuck?
Like, people don't know which game you're talking about at this point. It all looks like trash.
Come on.
That is like probably one of the worst. And then people were making fun of Forza 5 at launch on Xbox One, which
that game looks beautiful.
Yeah, it looked amazing. And this looks horrible, absolutely horrible. And people just really damage control it. And that's the part that Microsoft's going to have to deal with. But the one thing that's going to give them solace is they have to do their job when they do the comparisons. So they're going to be like, even if the bottom line's like, both look good, sure, the Scorpio version is native 4K, but if you stand back 5 feet and rub Vaseline on your eyes, you can't tell the difference. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to do that, sure. But at the end of the day,
did you notice what they're already saying? Which will sound very fucking familiar. Well, the pixels count so high that it really doesn't look that different, like in their little 4K on a budget videos. That's exactly what they've already started saying. Well, it's also predictable.
Here lies the problem with that, though, is that Scorpio is going to have also higher graphic fidelity. It's not just going to be a resolution bump. Like, it's going to be better textures. It's going to be completely different from the PS4 Pro. There'll be no denying it.
Yeah, I always call it the resolution box as well, because I like to hop back and forth between like the 4K mode and the regular mode and take screenshots and then try to compare them, and I'm like, they look exactly the same. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly where that comes from. I'm not saying that the games don't look good on PS4 Pro or PS4. I'm just saying that they don't have the fidelity that I originally anticipated. But that was before I even thought of stuff like 4K textures and things like that. So now we know that they don't have the memory bandwidth to pull that off anyway, and Microsoft does. And so that's going to be, that's going to play in Microsoft's favor. I'm really excited to see how they show that off at E3. They're going to have to do a good job. I know people are down on their E3, but they're going to have some good games, man. Even the third-party stuff, Borderlands 3, Splinter Cell, that kind of stuff. It's gonna look good.
I don't understand why people are down on it.
I'm so excited.
Right
what the
here.
hell?
Yeah.
Man, well,
It's right there, people.
Yeah.
Stay faithful a little bit.
This
Yeah.
is the thing I'm saying, right? Like, yeah, like here's the thing. Like, I do a couple things where, like, oh, I don't know, man. I haven't really heard anything up until yesterday, and I didn't. And then, so I'm like, well, it could be just average, but you know, if it has these games, then it's going to be really good. But then everybody else just seems like they're kind of jumping off the bandwagon, like literally 2 weeks before E3, which makes no sense. It's like you're about to cross the finish line, you're in first place, you're 2 feet away, and you just stop and turn around. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
I noticed that a lot, man.
We put up with shit.
And they'll say they're going to build a PC, and it's like, what the fuck? You're getting the power you were bitching about not having 2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, look, more power to like, I noticed so many PC dudes just out of the woodwork, right? And part of the reason is probably because if you own an Xbox Scorpio, you're 4K gaming. But if you own a PC, you're not 4K gaming. It takes a specific kind of amount and parts and, you know, price tag and stuff like that, which I guess that maybe upsets them. I don't understand why that would upset a PC dude. Like, if Scorpio is $399, why would that upset you? Like, I don't get that. Like,
why even watch video videos or Xbox videos?
Yeah,
it's a threat. It's a threat to them. Well, we've said this so many times that if Scorpio is $400 or $500, it's a threat to everybody. And if you're a PC gamer who's out on the net bragging about how great your rig is, you didn't spend $400 or $500 on it. Guaranteed, you did not cheap yourself out and steal parts from your elementary school. You built a PC. These people today have been pushing. Dealer, you'd love this. People today have been pushing this i3 Intel processor on this build, trying to tell me that you can build this 4K VR Scorpio killing PC with an i3. I'm like, dude, I don't even think that thing is gonna meet the requirements for VR.
No, it won't. The requirements for VR i5.
Bro, they're just up late night watching QVC. Like, that's what I want. It's gonna kill the game.
I think they're up late at night watching my video over and over, going, damn it, how am I gonna get cold on this one? But you're pushing a $70 CPU on you, and Dealer and I were talking about, you don't put some cheap CPU in your PC, and then 2 years down the road, you're like, man, I can't handle frames with anything. I gotta go replace the motherboard. I gotta get a new CPU, and then you dump another $500 in your $500 bill. You're like, yeah, I guess Colt was right. It really is $1,000 PC. Freaking douche wandlers.
Well, once you get like a controller, I mean, if you wanted everything, you know, it's so weird for me. It's just like my console, even my Xbox One S can do HDR right now. I have a 4K HDR TV, so. You know, like I might not be able to play Gears 4 in 4K, but I can play it in upscale 4K in HDR, which I think looks fucking phenomenal. You know, Forza Horizon 3, same thing. So, you know, it's like, it's a preference. I get that people like are like their PC's good for them. It's never going to be a thing for me. Like, people are like, have you tried it? I'm like, yeah, you know, you guys got to understand, not everybody's a PC guy. Like, I'm not. I'm just like the least PC guy ever.
Have you tried it? This ain't anal, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You just, you know? Jesus.
Yeah. Well, no, that's their normal thing. Like, have you tried? I'm like, yeah, you know what? I played some PC stuff. You know, I'm not. Most of the people that I know that play PC play like a lot of free games, like League of Legends and stuff like that. Those things just aren't my thing. You know.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, like, more power to you. If you want to spend the money, sure, you can get something that looks much better. But the hope for me is Scorpio $399, which it has to be. Like, just looking at things logically, if this thing isn't, then it's Microsoft's bad. But to me, that's just the price that makes the most sense.
Crap, what's the most you think it'll be?
I don't think it'd be any more than $499, but I think $399 is the price that they've got to hit. They're being so cheap with everything. They've got to be thinking, hey, let's get this thing out at $399. It's going to play all the games the best. People are going to love it. They can get Game Pass. We can recoup the money because the money is made in the services and the software, not in the hardware to begin with. So they were originally
a big deal too. Waiting 1 year, that was a big deal.
Yeah, and they were originally going to take a loss and give away the original Xbox to make the money on the software. So I don't see them losing that much money, because if you look at what's in there, there's not like a whole lot that's like new. It's just the waiting of the year and refining it and things like that. So I think $399, sure, they might take a loss on it, but at $399, they're going to win that NPD and they're going to sell a lot of consoles and people are going to be impressed. You know, like, look, you can just
I get that question a lot, man. Like, what are they spending? What are they really putting into this thing that's going to raise the price so much more? And primarily, since the GPU performances I've said before, that generally goes up anywhere from 20 to 50%, even more year over year on the consumer side, just on NVIDIA and AMD GPUs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Average. If you average them all together, and it costs you the same or even less sometimes. So ultimately, Scorpio's GPU boost, which is going to be 25, 30 or more frames on the GPU alone, is not going to cost Microsoft any more than what they're doing in the Pro. That's going to stay the same because they waited the year. The extra cost is going to come from the 4 gigabytes of RAM, which 4 gigabytes of GDDR5. I think AMD say they can only get a hold of that for around $30 for that much RAM, and that's before they sell it to someone else. Also, the 7,200 RPM hard drive is going to cost them every time they make one of those as well, because right now, as you guys know, 5,200 RPM drives, slow as dog shit. But those two components primarily are what Microsoft are paying for.
Yeah, that's a $60 hard drive on the build I did. So, you know, it's not that much for them to acquire.
Yeah. I'm just saying right now, what do you think they're paying for a 5,400 RPM drive? You know what I'm saying? Nothing. Nothing. It's a you know what I'm saying? It's a base drive, 500 gigs, 5,400. Really, really cheap. $20, $23.
And you got to throw in that Windows 10 license that they got to put in there.
No, what the money
Yeah.
really adds up to is the fact of 2-3 years of R&D, making sure the console doesn't overheat, and things like that, regardless of what they may pay to go inside the box. Me personally, again, like I've said this before, I really don't have a problem with it being $500. If it comes in at $399, I think it's cool. But you know, I'm not going to be shocked if it's $500. We're talking about 4K,
worth every dollar for that performance.
Yeah, 4K 60 recording HDR. I'm cool. Should I pay $500 for the Xbox One? But I just want to say one thing that Crap was saying about as far as the marketing deals and stuff, and we get to play it first. And you're absolutely right, Crap. We are going to have it first on EA Access. The problem with that is no one talks about EA Access. I never heard it before. Outside of us, the hardcore, we know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Not, and you know, I think that's something also that Microsoft or EA, they do a horrible job at advertising that. You know, also.
You know what's good about that though? You guys have noticed that 2-week early access, that 10-day early access you get, that's when you start hearing about EA Access. I've seen a lot of PS4 gamers on comment sections and stuff talking about, man, I wish I could play that early. I wish we had EA Access.
Yeah.
That's when you hear it. When
Sony decided you didn't want EA Access. So,
yeah, like when Crap said today in his video that Battlefront, that we're all going to be playing it early. That's going to be a big deal during that early access time. That's going to be a huge game. Yeah, it'll be huge.
We're all gonna be. I mean, like, I can't personally stream it, but I'm gonna take screenshots and probably preview it and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But you're gonna see people streaming that shit. I mean, that's just how it is. You know, like that's the nature of the beast. People are gonna want to see it and they're gonna stream it, and I think that's gonna be great. People are gonna see that game firsthand on Xbox Scorpio, and they're gonna be impressed, and they're gonna be like, damn. You know, I got to get me one of those. So
possibly streaming right to YouTube on Scorpio too, right?
Yeah, like
that's streaming then.
Yes, that's also another thing. Supposedly, like the YouTube streaming thing is going to come by the time Scorpio launches. So,
man, that was a long time coming.
Yeah, you're going to have a lot.
Crap, can you take your Xbox down to the post office and plug into their internet or something?
Well, no, it's you know what? I have 30 up, and I can get up to 5 or 30 down and up to 5 up, but yeah, the up is the problem because it fluctuates sometimes, and so it can be really pixelated. I've done some test streams and stuff. I don't know. It's a little bit wonky. The problem is my Xbox isn't hardwired. You know what I mean? I'd have to hardwire it in.
That's your problem.
Where the hell do you live in fucking Montana?
Well, no. Look, 5. Like here's the thing that you have to remember is that the internet everywhere isn't great. You know what I mean? Like some people don't like. For the longest time,
25 miles in the next neighborhood. Like, what the fuck, Crap?
For the longest time, there was only 12. I only had 12 down. You know what I mean? Then they upgraded. So they upgrade the lines and stuff, but they don't allow competition here. There's only one There's only one service provider.
Shit.
So
you really about to fuck with that net neutrality shit.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, it is a little bit weird. But it's not too bad. It's like, I don't know, man. Like I can still stream and like comment and stuff like in other people's streams and stuff. So I'm cool with that, you know. But I do think that EA Access is a big deal for people getting like content creators getting that out there. Because if you remember, like the betas and stuff of remember that, oh, it's a blurry 720p on Xbox One, and now that's not going to be an issue. So yeah, now
never again.
Yeah, that's
never
going to be and it's already so much less of an issue, like to the point where people go, "Hey, crap, what's the resolution of this game? Do you know?" And I'm like, I fucking have no idea. You know what I mean? Because it's not a thing anymore.
Well, it's because like people don't know there's less than 10 AAA 720p games on Xbox One.
I said
out
that
of 1,000 almost, right?
I did a video on that one time, and people like didn't believe it. I was like, look, something like 80% of the games on Xbox One are 900p and above. Right, and people like didn't believe it. I'm like, dude, because they're calling it the 720p box. I'm like, I can name the 720p games. It's like the fucking Metal Gear game, the first one, the demo one.
Yeah, and that was just a fucking demo. The actual game is 900p.
Yeah,
it's primarily Battlefield.
Game. Yeah, Battlefield.
Like 60 frames games. You know, there's like two 720p 30 frames games. You know, they're not very common.
Yeah, it's not. So people really kind of drove that into the ground, and that was like really bad misinformation. Like, and here's the thing, right? Like next gen. The reason why I subscribed to Next Gen was he was the only dude out there making positive Xbox videos, right? At a time where maybe he didn't really nobody had a right to really do that because they had a lot not going for it, you know, like it was $100 more expensive. It had Force Connect on you, but here's Next Gen. I'm like, I like this. Here's a pony. Bam, bam. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, this guy is funny as hell, man.
This is my type of damage control.
Exactly. I was like, I can do that.
To all-time new high.
Yeah. So I mean, basically, and the funny thing is people are more down on Xbox now than some people were back then. And back then they maybe had a real reason to be. And right now they have no reason to be. We're about to get the best, most powerful console ever made. We're about to get some really great games. We're going to get release dates on these games. The games that are coming out this year are fire. You know, it's like the Assassin's Creed. Like, I love that series. Call of Duty, going back to World War II.
I saw that video leaked today, man. Did you see it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Assassin's Creed video? I didn't see it, no.
It looks pretty cool. And, you know, crap, you're right. There's going to be great stuff. Forza 7, Crackdown, Sea of Thieves will probably come out next year. But all the stuff they're making, there's like 5 or 6 first-party stuff. And then every other conference you watch, starting with EA's on Sunday, I do believe, Battlefront, all this stuff. Be excited for all of it because all of it's going to be on your platform.
Yeah. And it'll be better on Scorpio.
Except for a few things on the Sony stage. But everything will be on your Xbox, and it will look better than on any other console. So there's no reason to be down. Like, holy shit.
I go into E3 like this. Anytime in the past, when somebody would bring hardware, even the Wii U, even though they fucked that up, whenever you bring hardware to E3, it's always considered a win unless you do something to completely fuck it up. So the fact that they have Scorpio showing off and we're going to get to see the box, the price, and a release date, that's all a win. Yeah, and a name. And we're going to get to see some games. There's going to be some surprises. I know for a fact there's going to be some cool shit there. Now, even with that being said, I look forward to Sony's conference because they're going to show me the games that I'm going to be playing on my Scorpio as well. So that's like a double win. You know, like that to me is fantastic. That's the way as an Xbox fan I look at E3.
Hey, and
here's the problem though, bro. Is you're going to get people saying that sorry, somebody talking in the background. They're talking to someone else.
The one with the
that's Z. Okay. Yeah, you're going to get people saying, well, nobody's going to support the Scorpio.
Because people mic all day. This is white back there beating him. He muted his mic.
Oh shit! I thought that was you. No, you're going to get people saying, because they're already saying this, you're not going to get Scorpio support because the Pro's going to hold it back and they're going to develop for Pro. Well, there's already been developers like the guys behind Project Cars say, nope, we're not going to let the Pro hold us back.
That's
we're going to for graphics features or more resolution or maybe even both. It depends on how easy it is to develop for. Well, it turns out it's the easiest console in history to port to, right?
Hey,
so
I have an analogy.
It's not going to be held back.
I have an analogy for you guys. Since I do graphic design stuff, I looked at it this way. If you have two clients that want the same poster you're designing for them, and one of them says, Sony, says, hey, I can only have the poster so big and I can't have it in the really nice paper. But then the other client says, I want it as big as you can get it and at full quality. You're not going to make two of the same posters. You're going to make sure you get at least your design out the way it's supposed to look to the one who can take it. So as a graphic designer, I'd make one poster for Sony, and then I'd make the really big, nice, on the nice paper poster for Xbox. And that's the way developers are going to. They spend 2 to 3, 4 years developing a game. They're not going to look at Sony and go, well, they're the bigger install base. We'll just make the same crap and put it out there. These designers want to see their creation the best way it can look, and that's why they put the game on PC.
And that's why that's why PS4 had the best looking version of Battlefield 1, and it also had the best looking version of The Witcher 3, even though they were marketed with Xbox. That developers did what they could do.
Yep. And they even kind of trashed the Xbox version. Developers did. Yeah. So
once again, Microsoft, all they got to do is have a slogan that lets everyone know that this system is going to have the best looking multi-plat games. That's all they need to do. Have a kiosk at fucking EB Games. Have a kiosk at all the Best Buys so people can see it for themselves. And once they see it, there'll be no denying that it's a better looking game on that system, and they'll go out and get it. That's all they got to do.
Yeah, we'll see. Time will tell. Yeah. Very close. Holy shit.
2 weeks.
11 days, 10 days, somebody said in the comment section.
Yeah. And we will have a special episode of Beastfire or something. I know we're going to have a lot of stuff going on then, so definitely stay tuned for all that shit. Jeez.
Oh, shit, somebody didn't say T-Rip passed away. Oh, my God. Jesus.
Who?
They said T-Rip passed away.
Oh, terrible.
Oh my God!
Fuck you, mean? I'm sorry, but anyway, we got like 2 more topics before we get the hell up out of here. PS4 has about 70 million active users, 26.4 million paid PS Plus subscribers. Thank you, Crap.
Yeah, me. I'm a PlayStation Plus subscriber just because we were doing some streaming on there and stuff like that. It was like I wanted to try that Drawn to Death game. It was $20 by itself, and you needed a subscription to play it anyway, or it was free if you had PlayStation Plus, and you needed that anyway. So so I bought a year of it, and was just like, what the hell? I think I got it on sale for like $40 or something, $45. So
PS Plus has a good June looks good for them. They've got some good games. They've got
Life is Strange.
And what was the other one?
Killing Floor 2.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, so I mean that they are stepping it up.
They've had a rough.
Here's the thing, though. This is what I don't understand, and I'm not looking at the glasses being half empty here. They said they have 70 million active users. They also sold 60 million PlayStation 4s.
26 million paid users, though. That's not
okay. I get it. You got about 90 million PS3s out there, and you have to pay to play online for the PlayStation 4. Like, to me, these numbers just don't add up, unless we talk about shit not sold again.
I compared that to Xbox's live paid Xbox Live users, and does anybody know what that number is?
No.
They don't really say. They just like, we've got 54 million or 52 million, and we've it's gone up 4% year on year with ham sandwich eaters, and you know what I mean. It's like this weird. It's like this weird complete shit that they use. Yeah, it's the most. They do a lot of damage control with their numbers too. It's like, you know what I mean.
Well, they learned it from Sony last generation. Though,
yeah. Sony was the king of shipped consoles.
Well, people that like cats, our service is up 84%.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking ridiculous. 100%, man. I agree.
Why in the heck is Sony saying 60 million shipped when they're so far ahead of the curve? Like, they don't even need to say shipped anymore.
Yeah, well, they
really
go back.
They used to say that, but
they go back and forth between shipped and sold. Like,
whatever's convenient.
I can remember they went through this one time where it was like, yeah, we've got this amount sold, and then they went or shipped, and then they went to sold, and it was like almost as like only up 2 million more. It was like it was really sketchy.
Yeah,
like, I had people messaging me. They're like, and this never panned out, but they're like, hey, I work at the docks or whatever. I can get you pictures and affidavits and stuff. Sony's storing PS4s here. And I was like, oh, this would be a huge story to do. But then I never really got like the kind of, evidence that I needed to kind of run a story like that. But
people are just full of shit or what?
Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, I did get some pictures of some stuff like that.
Storing PlayStations and child slaves here. Like,
it was like something to do with like they were storing them in like cargo storages or some shit. I don't know, but it was
my God.
Yeah, this is
so like, I would be like, don't even come at me unless you got like fucking some real shit, man.
Well, I was like, I messaged back. I was like, look, if you get some pictures and you get some like legit like evidence, then I could do a story about it, but then unfortunately you didn't. But I still, again, I never really believe Sony when they're like, hey, we've sold this many, because that just doesn't make sense to me. You know, it just like, again, 60 million, and then you only have like less than half of that are paid.
And they won't say how many pros they've sold either.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
telling too.
And they're just
I wonder
PS4s. They
if
count as the same
Microsoft
sale.
I wonder if Microsoft are going to break down their sales. Probably not. Xbox One and Scorpio.
No, they're
That-
together.
Yeah, that could hamper them too, because some developers just, you know, because they don't know.
Yeah.
Like I brought this up in the past. I was like, not to be doom and gloom, but some developer, well, smaller ones, AAA ones, they're gonna fuck with Scorpio all day. They're gonna be like, we're gonna do everything we can because they have the resources. Some of the smaller ones, they might not. Like with Cliffy B's deal or some of these other smaller ones, they go with Sony first because they know what they're getting. You know, 60 million. With Microsoft, they're like, you know, you just shake your head. You're like, the last numbers they gave out was like 14 million 3 years ago or whatever that was. You know, some people still believe.
Now they're at 14.5 million.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So it's
15 million to give that number, bro.
yeah. It's like people are like, well, why don't they just announce it? And I'm like, listen.
The
Even if
Ouya
they-
just passed them sales.
Yeah, it's like this. Like even if they had 40 million sold, you're still 20 million behind. You're not going to toot your fucking horn about that. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't make sense. So they're not doing that. I mean, that's just not their style.
And
And
who gives a
people-
shit if the game shows up?
Yeah.
You know, big games show. All the big games show up. Every single one of them.
Yeah,
show up pretty
everything will
much, so.
eventually show up. Come on, like people are fucking stupid if they think that that's not going to happen. I mean, they're starting to get some smaller stuff. Like, look, City Skylines is a good example. The culling,
Really
yeah, that game I saw a stream of it earlier today looks okay. There's some other ones like what the hell is that? Black Mesa or something like that. I forget what the hell it's called. But
Is the calling on PS4?
no,
So why are we getting the same big ass stories about that?
The culling for crap is like Scream Ride.
hey man, I love
You
me
get what
some
I'm saying?
Scream
Like, we
Ride.
heard stories of Lawbreakers not coming to Xbox yet, and yet we got the calling on Xbox. I know people are playing it right now, and
Yeah.
PS4 doesn't have it. How come that's not a big
It's
story?
not being covered.
I don't know. Yeah, I did a video on it.
Made a video on it, asshole.
Yeah. I know. Oh, I mean, I do videos like fucking. Hey, did you hear that? Phil farted today. It smelled like Scorpio. You know, like.
Turns out
Hey,
Phil
hey,
likes grape
Here
jelly
goes
more
every
than
title of
strawberry.
Crash videos. Wow.
Megaton.
Wow.
Megaton. Hey, dude, megatons are megatons, man. Like
Hey,
I
one
can't-
thing we can all agree on: $3.99 at
Whoa.
E3. That's a megaton.
that
if it
would be,
happens.
wouldn't that be the biggest fucking thing? People are underestimating that announcement. That would be a huge megaton because look, fucking the PS3 was $5.99, and that was like the most powerful thing ever. It's supposed to do 120 frames per second and all this
a
bullshit.
quarter of a teraflop, $600.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And
Yeah, and
here
look
we
at
have.
how
Go ahead.
and look how well the Xbox One S sold when it dropped last year. It was a big deal. Did awesome.
And Jez Gordon over at Windows Central actually took it a step further and said perhaps it'll even be $349. Imagine that shit.
Holy
What?
crap! I wouldn't say that.
Well, Jez Gordon, he put in his article. He said
That's crazy.
He goes they could be aggressive at $399 or they could just go ape shit and go
Yeah,
$349.
that's just not realistic, though. I mean, ape shit will be $3.99 with this tech.
No, but
Yeah.
I know
The
that's
Pro
not
does not have the
Just
capability,
imagine
the
if
RAM,
it was.
the hard drive, or the 4K player. I
Just
mean, there's a
imagine if
lot
it was.
that Scorpio has.
But just imagine if it was $350. Holy shit, man!
I mean,
Yeah.
we were saying that 6 months ago about $450 or $399, bro. Now it's going down to $350. Come on. I'm not going there.
It's just a speculation. Come on, but
Yeah.
but realistically though, I think it really is going to be priced at $399 because I think they want to get back into the game. And yeah, $500 for what is in the box is not really a bad price, and the hardcore like us will buy it. But the general public, when they see the PS4 Pro at a cheaper price, when they see the regular PS4 at a cheaper price, they're not going to jump on it. $399, you're going to get a lot of gamers jumping on it. You're going to get guys on PS4 saying, "Fuck it, I'm getting it."
Depending on the marketing and the message. So if they don't know what it does and how much better it is, then they don't give a fuck. So it's up to Microsoft to let them know.
Yeah.
Well, PS4 gamers won't be watching the Microsoft conference. To be
Of course
honest.
they will.
Yeah, they'll be watching it.
Like, I
Well,
think
not
I'm going to get
according to
one
them,
in
but we
secret.
know
They're
they are.
secretly
I mean,
saving up money
wait,
for
wait.
Scorpio.
Wait, PS4 gamers don't go on to Xbox videos?
They got too many exclusives to play.
Yeah, they got too many.
Well, I guess we can close the show with this. See the creators of Hitman. They I guess what Square Enix said they let the IP go so we can live on, and no one has acquired it yet. And I think we've all have talked about
For that money, can you blame them, bro?
Huh?
For that money, can you blame them? $52 million for that studio?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying though. But I'm just saying. I think we all may have. I think this would be a great, pickup for Xbox Game Pass. I mean, I think the franchise itself is worth $52 million. You got licensing fees, you got movie fees, you got a lot of stuff they can make their bread and butter. And Microsoft really get behind it with the full weight of Microsoft. It can be a good title.
They got to spend another $50 though to make a game and then, to make any of that back.
But then here's the thing, and then you can add the multiplayer. Do some little like they do with Uncharted. I mean, I don't know, man.
So you think 52 is a good number for IO Interactive?
Yeah, I don't think that's bad, bro. I'm quite sure they make money.
I know what other developers have went for, and I don't think that's a good price. I would say somewhere around
the IP. That's including the IP. That'll be including all the marketing stuff for Hitman. How many Hitman movies you get out there? Merch, toys, and all types of shit.
What do you think is a good price, Crab? You think it's a good price?
I think it's a pretty decent price, just for the fact that you're in business. You're in need of first party studios unless you got something that we don't know about, which is possible too.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
just buy that studio and make other games with those people, right? Like
they could do that too. I mean, especially since they've got game ready to go. Boom, make it exclusive on your Game Pass or whatever. It's like they got half the second season done. Or it could be the stupidest thing they could do is buy them and then let them fucking put the game on other platforms, which I could see them doing. Exactly. Like, hey, the first season was already on there, just like they do with fucking Minecraft. Like that shit's on everything. Even though they realized that that's the biggest selling game on 360 ever, right? It's sold over 20 million copies. You know what I mean? And that's all due to it having a year timed exclusivity. And people were like, what? Timed exclusives don't work. Well, they worked back then. They just don't work now because now Microsoft
really depends on the platform, yeah.
Yeah, like Phil's like, hey, let's take out that. Look, some of the Donnie playbook is good and some of it is really, really bad. So why don't he just use some of the good stuff and forget all the bad stuff, canceling games, dismantling studios. Like, why is he, that's the bad stuff. Do the good stuff. Marketing deals, timed exclusives, stomp on people a little bit, just the fun stuff.
I'm just, like I said, be the behemoth that you are. What's like I said, are they making a Minecraft 2 or is that just shot dead?
No, I don't see them ever making a Minecraft 2. They're updating.
I think they will.
They're just updating it. You think they'll make it? I mean, what would they do to it? I think
they'll support it for. I think they'll keep adding to Minecraft 1 for 5 or 6 more years, and then they want to try to develop something, probably using a lot of community feedback and stuff, to sell 120 or 30 more million copies of. There's got to be something after Minecraft 1. They didn't spend $1 billion on it not to continue.
They'll probably push that AR mode of Minecraft 2.
Minecraft also 4K.
I think Minecraft could benefit from better visuals. I mean, that's part of its success because you can run it on anything, but at the same time, by the time it comes out, everything will be more capable, cell phones, all that stuff. So I would play it more if it looked much better, but that's just me. People that play it a lot don't play it for visuals, obviously.
Yeah, people on PC bought it so hard that they can do just about build anything in there, but that's not my type of deal. I'm really a Connectimals kind of guy when it comes down to it.
Zoo Tycoon,
Connectimals was great. I'm not gonna lie. Good game.
Oh crap!
Great, man. I got a Connectimals review on my video on my channel.
I know
from
you
years
do.
ago.
Yeah, that's great.
That was old school Crapgamer right there, boy.
That was old school Scream Ride.
Hell yeah, man. Hey, you know what? Connect was interesting, but it obviously didn't do everything that they hyped it up to be, and so I'm glad that
they do anything, but
they took the shit out that it was supposed to have. It was supposed to have its own processor and shit, and then they took that out to save money, And you know, like I like some of that new technology stuff. Like I like PlayStation VR.
Yeah, we heard you fanboying all over it last week on Xbox.
So I like PlayStation VR. I like some of this stuff. I'd be day one on Scorpio VR. You know, like I'm waiting to play this. Yeah, man, all day one, man. I'm waiting to dive into this Star Trek VR game, man, on PlayStation VR. So
I have yet to try it. I have yet to try any VR.
It's great, man. It's really fucking good, man. I gotta be honest.
And crap is an example of what I've always said. You have to try VR. You can't explain it. Crap has always been against VR. He made so much jokes about it. Look at him singing the fucking praises. I saw him in line yesterday getting a fucking PSVR tattoo. I tell you no lies.
You know what, dude? Like, here's the thing, right? Like, I was talking shit on VR Troop, and then I tried it at the store, and I was like, this is interesting, but I got a little bit uncomfortable and sick when I tried it at the store because it's not a really good, fun experience at the store. Like, I thought it was interesting. Then I started to change my tune. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get it. That Farpoint game sold me because marketing does that sometimes. And I was like, I'm going to get this fucker. And then I get it, and I'm like, this is amazing. I fucking like it. You know, I played it every single day, no lie. So, yeah, it's a good experience. I look forward to whatever Microsoft has with Scorpio. I just don't want them to waste a lot of time on that stuff on stage because it doesn't translate well to people. You know what I mean? Like, the average person is going to tune out for that shit, just like with the indies and the Minecraft stuff. They don't care. You know, so like I like do that at Gamescom or like, you know how they do like the after show shit where they show gameplay and stuff? Do it then. You know, like look at this cool VR stuff.
And mention it. Just mention it when you're unveiling the system. It's VR capable. We got so and so games. Blah blah.
Or have like Digital Foundry, IGN do a piece on it. Whatever.
Yeah, like you know what? Like, 'cause you know
have that Dave motherfucker on there. He'll damage control Gran Turismo.
They're doing like I can tell you right now. Forza 7 is going to be VR, Scorpio VR. Doom, Fallout 4. So it is going to have some cool shit, but it's like that doesn't translate well on stage. And like even when you see the videos that people do of VR, it just looks like bad first-person videos because they can't experience it. But when you experience it, man, it's fucking. There's nothing like it. It's phenomenal.
So Parkinson simulator.
Here's my only question though, not problem with as far as VR. What's going to be the official set for them? You know, they got
it could be all of it.
It's like an external hard drive. You just buy the one that you want. You know.
Yeah, like they say that they want it accessible, so maybe you just buy whatever or use whatever you have and plug it in. Man, it could be any of that shit.
Really?
If it's Oculus, hey, fuck yeah, like cool. I'll buy one. There aren't those things
I have a feeling it'll be multi-purpose.
Yeah, like if it's Oculus, cool because they sell those things. I think they're on sale like for $399 or $499 right now. That's and those are much better than the PlayStation VR. So that's
why doesn't PlayStation 4 Pro support multiple headsets other than proprietary?
Because they wouldn't make any money off that, I guess. I don't know.
Well, like the PSVR headset is much lower resolution compared to something like Oculus or HTC Vive. It needs to be a certain spec and work a certain way because of the hardware they're restricted to on the base PS4. Whereas Scorpio, they did not compromise on that vision. They didn't put on the original Xbox One for that reason. So with Scorpio, they got much more leniency, right? And we didn't really get all Dave's take or your take. Do you guys think IO Interactive and Hitman is worth $52 million, or what do you guys think about that?
No, I don't think so, bro.
No, get Crytek, please. Get their technology because they suck at making games.
Get their technology.
But they're great at making games. They make pretty looking shit, but they're shitty at making games. I'd buy them.
Oh man, Crysis 2 was awesome, but I didn't care for 3.
You could probably get them for like a happy ending. Shit.
And just lease out or rent the goddamn Crytek, technology. You know, Microsoft don't have too many. You know, they're not deep on single-player games and studios. You know what I mean? That's what I think.
Yeah, well, I'm starting to notice.
They could have bought Crytek years ago. They said they could have, but
why didn't they?
Because they already had a sci-fi shooter.
Oh, well, they need a sci-fi fucking development team. I don't know. They need something, right?
Look at the engines they make. Still to this day, fucking Rise is like one of the best looking games on fucking Xbox One. It looks like it's CGI, man.
Crysis 3 is still one of the top engines. Like, it still looks phenomenal. And that came out when? 2013, 2012?
Yeah. Long time ago, man.
So I mean, it looks great, man. And like I said, who knows? They might have more teams and more tech, but I do notice they're using Simply Gone and Havoc on so much stuff now. It's crazy. Like Rhyme, that game uses Simply Gone. I booted it up earlier. I was like, wow. So I mean, they're getting their tech out there. They're buying it up and adjusting it and getting it out there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and same thing with Injustice 2. That uses Simply Gone and also Havoc. So Microsoft makes money from all that shit,
on all platforms. And speaking of, they did say they would allow Mixer to go on PlayStation.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. You want to compete with Twitch and those things, and it is the better service, but you're going to need it on all. People could already use it if they had like OBS and a fucking cap card anyway. So.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't make sense not for them to offer an app to PlayStation, to make it work there.
You know what it was though, and I just think that the way they went about it, hey, I'm live streaming Neho, and it just rubbed a lot of Xbox fans the wrong goddamn way. But
dude,
I
like
see a bigger picture.
I seen Xbox decks, like, because you guys know Rand Outdoor, and he got gifted a PS4 Pro. Like, I want some of those fans that just give me shit like that. So, so he ends up getting that. And then you have like people from Xbox, like, yeah, people should play on everything. And here's my Pro. And here's, you know what I mean? It's just like this kumbaya stuff all over again. And it's like, man, come on. You're about to go into E3. Hype that shit up,
Yeah. It is what it is.
Tinge of jealousy.
Motherfucker. Well, I guess we all got pretty pros in here, right? Pretty much, but still, like, it's one of those things where you don't got to shit all over it, but at the same time, root for your home team.
Well, I knew why I got a Pro from the beginning. I got it strictly to enhance my VR experience because the games on the Pro that are VR, they run a lot better. They have a higher graphic fidelity. They just look a lot better, and that was the reason.
Decent VR games.
Yeah, so it lived up to the expectation for me on that. I would like to see them use a higher graphic fidelity in some of their games instead of just up-resing it, and maybe concentrate on maybe 1440p, 60 frames per second, 1080p, all the bells and whistles, 60 frames per second. They can do this shit. They can do it because, honestly, they're not going to be able to compete with Scorpio's 4K. They're not. And they're going to be outclassed with the graphic fidelity of Scorpio on top of that. So they're going to have a higher resolution, and the games are going to look a lot better. Sony needs to do something, and the only thing they can do is concentrate on 1080p, 60
Well, hang on, D. Hang on, because I saw a commercial that said they had dynamic 4K. Isn't that just as good?
Oh my God!
I
don't know who's buying this dynamic fucking 4K shit. Anything that's dynamic is not as good as native. Period. End of story.
Okay, wait, hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if you have a game running at 1080p 60, doesn't it look better than 4K 30 with motion blur?
Yes, but the problem comes when you can't hit 60, like Dark Souls 3 at 1080p, because your CPU's too slow. So once again, it's not just a GPU issue.
So if the Pro has a game in checkerboard 4K at 30 frames locked, and then Scorpio has a game at 1080 60, I'm assuming from what I've seen on PC that I play on a lot.
Oh, it looks better.
1080 60 is going to look better because I'm actually thinking about doing a video on this. I just don't know how I'm going to do it, and it's just going to piss everybody off. But when you don't have motion blur trying to smooth out those 30 frames, you have a crisper image in motion. And people don't freaking play games, just stand there and look at the sunset. Well, some douchebags do. But you play games to have fun and watch them in motion and enjoy them. And they look good when they're in motion. I'm playing Shadow Warrior 2 right now, and Digital Foundry just showed that on even the PS4 Pro, it's locked at 30 frames. It didn't get PS4 Pro support.
Yeah, it didn't support that game at all. And honestly, if a game is 4K on Pro at 30, it could be 1440 at 60 plus on Scorpio. Right. So it wouldn't even have to go as low as 1080p. Keep that in mind if you do that video.
And let your we'll talk about that so I don't do something stupid. But
he's like every video is
even if you fuck up on a video, it's not like anybody's going to call you out and do their own video about you for 30 minutes. Come on. That never happened in YouTube.
Right now I have rags knocking on my door, I bet. But I can't remember
what's that. I can't remember what that's like.
But yeah, I just
where are all these subscribers coming from? Who did that for me? I really shout out.
who helped my video get 5,000 views? It was really just a B video that I threw together in like 3 minutes and fucking put out there just because I didn't have anything else. Like fucking fucking hey, thanks. You know what I mean?
Thanks. Appreciate it. Can't pay for that kind of marketing.
Exactly, man. I'm always good for a couple of those right around E3, and it's always greatly appreciated.
Exposed. But did we cover all the topics? That's about it. We done?
Yeah, we covered quite a bit of it.
Yeah.
Are we finished? Are we done?
Are you finished or are we done? Are you finished or are we done? Put some respect on it. So what you guys gaming tonight?
Yeah, man, that new Walking Dead game, part 5 came out, man. I'm gonna hop on that shit.
Oh, okay. You playing something, Colt?
I'm trying to finish Shadow Warrior 2. It actually is really, really good. At first, I didn't take to it, but man, it's Doom with like 30 more weapons. It's pretty awesome, and it's freaking hilarious. Did you guys play the first one?
No, can't say that I have.
No, I had somebody message me and tell me those games are really good though. So.
Oh, you'd like it. It's the guy that plays the main character. He's a white dude doing this Japanese or Chinese accent. He's hilarious. Japanese, Asian, one of those.
Sounds like it's appropriating Japanese culture to me.
Rice eater.
It is. It's got like that. It's got that.
I'm fully against that
thing. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Well, are you playing anything, dealer? Any injustice? What's your ass? Get any injustice? Do you?
Motherfucker, as long as you sit in the corner and shoot arrows the whole time, you're gonna beat all kinds of people.
Yeah, I know. The hater gets
He's sitting in the corner with a green arrow, chang, chang, chang.
I understand.
The whole match.
I understand. It hurts.
Yeah, I am a super noob at that game, but it's already the best fighting game I've ever played, even though I'm not like a hardcore fighting game fan. But no, tonight I want to start moving stuff into my new place, and I'll be busy there. So.
It's on the bed for you at the shelter, huh?
Yeah, I'm moving out of the Chuck E. Cheese trash can and into the McDonald's trash can.
Got you.
There's just food there. There's better food there. So.
What about you, D? You playing anything? Some VR? What you doing, bro?
Yeah, later on tonight, I'm gonna get back on some Master Effect.
He's gonna finish his Minesweeper.
He just discovered Terraria, so he'll be on that for a while.
And play some NBA 2K17 in preparation for the fucking playoffs this Thursday. Mm-hmm. And also, I'll be streaming AMD's Vega reveal in about 45 minutes.
All right, there you have it.
Oh yeah, is that on their official YouTube channel?
I think it is on their YouTube channel too. Yeah.
So are you gonna stream it and just hope they don't fucking flag your ass?
There's more than one.
Is that what
there's more than one place to stream it
I'm rolling.
Okay.
They hating. Yeah, they brought dirty.
They hating. No, they hating.
Yeah. Well,
it's called fair use, motherfucker.
Right. Let's talk about a special shout for a minute. Crap was swinging by, hanging us with us presents today. But
no problem, man. Thanks for inviting me. You didn't send me a link, man. I had to hit up all day. I was like, yo.
I'm sorry. No, I said tomorrow. I didn't even ever send you back, bro.
Oh yeah, I was like, for sure, man.
I'm back here cranked on these magic beans, bro.
That's what I figured. I was like, man, I'll hop in there and have some fun. You guys are good guys, man. I enjoy doing the show with you, like Colton all day, and of course, Dealer and D. Both I've done podcasts with them before too. So always happy to hop in and shoot a little shit with you guys and get a little hate.
I'm always helping, to introduce crap to my black friends. But anyway, we want to get the hell about it. Thank you for being up with us, and we'll catch you during the week on Xbox Nation.
Hell yeah, that's tomorrow night.
Shout out to Mama, we're doing it live. The GRT podcast.
Well, the thing about it is that
you need to bring back Agent Lock. You know what I mean? She kinky winky.
We gotta save Lock.
Save Agent Lock, man. You gotta save Lock because I feel like disrespect. You gotta say
okay, man, is a carrot, man. Being serious with this shit.
Whack ass dark
shit
stop with that garbage. Oh
man, you guys are terrible. Listen, we'll catch you guys in all during the weekend. I'd like to send a special RIP and my condolences to T Reaper. My prayers with you. But anyway, we're out of here. We're gone.